Thank you for staying with us tonight. I'm Liz Collin. Well, tonight we do begin with the weather, and what a wet day it was. The weather watcher is still green, meaning more rain is on the way. Our Molly Rosenblatt joins us live from a soggy Minnesota State Fairgrounds tonight. I guess the question is, any sunshine in sight, Molly?
Got a great crowd here, even with the rain earlier, and it's late now, but a lot of people out here having a good time. The rain didn't keep people away. And Cassie and Stacy from Anoka, you guys had a good day, and the rain didn't stop you. You didn't seem to mind, right?
It was really fun. We had a lot of fun on the rides and everything.
What was your favorite part about today?
Probably the rides.
I like your hat. Tell me about your hat.
I really like music, and my favorite color is purple. And a lot of people say that it reminds them of Prince, and I guess I like Prince too. So.
All right, it's lovely. And yeah, the rain, it came to an end right around 6 o'clock, a little bit more right now to the north of the metro. But for the most part, some of us saw some decent numbers. Our weather watcher, Randy and Blaine, saw about 2.5 for Judy in Minnetonka. In Wadena, Margaret saw about 2.3 inches and 2.2 inches, just a little more than that from Ken in Hugo. So not a bad day. It was a wet one out here, but we are looking at a better day tomorrow. More rain, but not as much as we saw today. And Nina Moini, I know you were out talking with people about the weather, yes?
Yeah, and you know what? Thanks again to this amazing crowd for coming out last minute. Molly and I were worried for a minute there. We were like, oh no, it's been kind of wet, it's been kind of cold, but tons and tons of people showed up anyway, Molly. But I did find out that for the vendors here, the hundreds of vendors who come here to sell things to the fairgoers, it does make them a little bit nervous.
How do you like the weather today? Not too bad? Here you go. Have a nice night.
Yeah, you too.
Ponchos, jackets, hats.
It was a soggy, cool Saturday for state fairgoers.
Yeah, gotta have hats.
Yeah.
By the thousands, fairgoers came prepared.
We thought we'd never go on a Saturday, but if there's a chance of rain, maybe it won't be as crowded.
Walked around.
Amy Armbrust and her family from Victoria, Minnesota, spent the entire day taking advantage of indoor and outdoor activities.
I don't want to just stay outside because it is kind of that yucky mist. But pros is definitely that the crowds are a lot smaller. Hi there.
Good news for anyone waiting in line today.
Small fry.
But food vendors like Mike Hohenwald
Welcome to Mike's.
want to see long lines.
One cheese, $2.50.
Rain would probably be the worst scenario. It can either be hot or cold, but rain tends to keep the crowds a little thinner.
One cheese, onion ring.
Mike's Hamburgers has been at the Minnesota State Fair for 40 years. Plenty of time to learn to see a silver lining.
Some of the other stands, when it's hotter, like the malt stand, does much better when it's warmer. So, so for us, the cool weather is the eating weather, so that's good.
Even cool, wet weather couldn't stop food and fun at the fair.
And it's Saturday. People are going to come out whether it was raining or not.
Yeah, and so there were still plenty of long lines here. It maybe wasn't as crowded as we would expect to see on a Saturday. Again, we have to wait until tomorrow to be able to tell you how many folks were actually at the fair today. But again, it wasn't crowded. It's nice and breezy. It wasn't a terrible night. The vendors did tell me, though, that they're hopeful that next weekend is going to be a better situation for them. They say they'd hate to see rain on the 2 fair weekends that we have. Yeah. And Molly is telling us it's looking hopeful, Liz, for next weekend. And, of course, we have plenty of nice days coming up this week, so we should catch up to where they all want to be.
Yeah, that is good to hear. Well, thank you to Molly and to that good-looking crowd, and to you as well, Nina.
Thanks.
Thank you.